Former EastEnders actor Ross Kemp first set foot in Helmand on Herrick 6 back in 2007. His award-winning series, Ross Kemp in Afghanistan, was highly acclaimed for raising awareness and for bringing the realities of the war into living rooms across the UK. So he made a second set of films in the following year, and he's just returned to Helmand to make a third series. Charlotte Cross caught up with him at Camp Bastion and asked him what he hopes to achieve this time.
The first time we came out here on Herrick 6 with the Royal Anglians, it was actually, a war was going on here. All the assets were being used, fast air, 105s, attack helicopters, and guys were fighting face to face. That soon changed. The insurgents changed the way that they were fighting. IEDs became more prevalent. Countering IEDs became one of the major roles of troops out on the ground. So that was really the story that we told over the first two series. This, I'm hoping, will be a little more political without being boring. It will go into more detail about why we're here, and also look at realistically whether the Afghan people and the Afghan National Army, the Afghan police and the politicians that run this country, are they going to be able to maintain their boundaries? Are they going to be able to prevent the insurgency? And are they going to be able to keep a democracy going after combat troops leave here in 2014?
And having been out on the ground for a few weeks now, what's your impression of the state of the campaign in summer 2011?
There's been some massive advances in terms of stuff that we can't go to, in terms of the way that things are now intelligent-led on the ground far more. It's not a matter of dropping bombs on people. We've now got the sharpshooters, far more cost-effective. One bullet kills one enemy, 200-pound bomb creates 100 insurgents. The one thing that hasn't changed is the mickey taking I get from all members of the armed forces. And the other thing that hasn't changed is their bravery and their tenacity.
And you must feel quite involved in Afghanistan and the campaign after spending so much time out here. What do you think you've contributed? We've
let people in the UK understand the sacrifices that are being made not only by the soldiers themselves but by their families. People always ask me what's the hardest thing about being in Afghanistan. It's not being in Afghanistan. It's not being shot at. It's not even actually sometimes when a soldier dies on the ground or a Marine dies on the ground. It's actually going and interviewing the parents. That's always the hardest thing. So I hope we've let people, ultimately, if you said to me, Ross, what have you achieved in the 5 times you've been out here, soon to be 6, and the 5 years that you've been coming out here, I hope that we've given the British public a better understanding of what it's like to be here, and also made them feel a shade more sympathetic to the plight not only of the soldiers on the ground but their families.
In years to come, when you look back on these experiences, what do you think will be your most enduring memory of your time in Helmand?
I think I've learned a lot about myself. I think I've become a better person for being out here and the experiences that I've had. But it's been damn hot in every sense of the word. I think that's what I'll take away from it.